After a short visit in Germany, it's time for me and my dog Vicky to return to Sweden and continue with our search to find a new home.
A lot has happened in the last couple of days with my dad's birthday and me being in Germany, and it strengthens my decision to go to Sweden. There's nothing bad that happened here. I just realized I'm on my right path. There is one thing that Sweden lacks compared to other European countries, in this case compared to Germany. Can you see what I see? It's not on the road, it's beside the road. On the right hand side you can see a bike lane, a separate bike lane. We are on a, let's call it, country road in the middle of nowhere. Seriously, in the middle of nowhere, and bikes have their own safe lane. Welcome to Sweden. Hi! I'm in Malmö right now, so I just crossed the border. I just drove over the bridge. So I crossed the border. The officer asked me a bunch of questions. What are you doing here? Where are you going to stay? And I said, I've been honest and upfront, and I said, I want to move here. I've got all my paperwork that I can register with a certificate. And then she said, okay, and where are you moving? And I said, well, that I don't know yet. I'm looking for a house. Right behind customs, there is a sign for the first rest stop, and I'm on the rest stop right now. So if you ever visited Malmö, drove over the bridge, you probably know this. I had a break with Vicky. She needed to drink something. I walked around with her. So it is now about 7:30 p.m. or 19:30, and I desperately need water. So I will look where I can buy a 6-pack of water bottles and everything else I have. The car is full with groceries, and then I need a place to sleep. But I'll figure that out. I gotta tell you just a little bit of where I am at right now in terms of finding houses to look at. While I was away in Germany for a bit over a week, I didn't really check the websites where the houses are listed. But since I'm back, I looked, and it turns out that tomorrow there is a viewing. It's in the southeast, and I'm going there right now with Vicky. Oh, look at that. Oh, Vicky. The viewing that is tomorrow turned out to be just 120 kilometers away, which, I don't know, might be like 85 miles or something like that. So, easy to drive there today. Plus, tomorrow the viewing is at 4 p.m., so there's enough time. And so the day before today, I'm going there with Vicky. I saw a sign of a Naturreservat. And I stopped there, and then I thought, hey, let's go for a walk. Okay, so 1 minute ago I just drove by that house, and you can see it. It's very close to the road. But it seems to be a quiet road, so it's also close to a more bigger country road. Anyway, and I saw that the grass is very long, so I thought, oh, there's probably nobody living there. That means I could potentially
go onto the property already and and check it out. The night before the viewing, we stayed at a nice place at the waterfront. I was cooking goulash, where you can buy it in a can. And I actually never found it in Canada. And I just read on Wikipedia why. Because it's predominantly eaten in Central Europe. It's neither a stew nor a soup. It's goulash. And now it's time for the first viewing. Ouch. That hurt. I didn't really like the house. I don't know, it didn't feel good. It didn't feel like anything. It was like weird. It felt like I didn't want to be there. And the garden was ruined by wild boars, or as they call them in Sweden, wild pigs. Though the property was pretty big and had a lot of sheds and other buildings on it, it was fairly close to a major country road that is connecting the south to the north, and so with some significant traffic. Yeah, it didn't really feel like the right house for me. There are no other viewings throughout the week, but on the weekend. And so I found again like a cluster of houses that is in one area. And we are, when I say we, I mean this little lady down there, which you probably can't see. We are on our way to that area. Yeah, you can see her. Maybe when I go down. Can you spot her? Yeah, that's it. I mean, I don't need to sit down again. I can just go back and turn off the camera because that's it. That's all I wanted to say.
Servus. It is Sunday, and today there are 2 viewings. And I'm on my way to the first one. I drove by the driveway already. I haven't seen the house yet. And I noticed something that you can actually see when you look out of the window. Do you see what that is? Let me zoom in a little bit more. Yeah, you can see it, right? It's a railroad. I mean, wouldn't it be cool if a train would go by right now just to prove the point? So the house is not here as close to the railroad as it is, as I am standing here. There's a second house that I'll be viewing today. It's in the same area. So the funny thing is, it's the same realtor. So one viewing is around 11 p.m. and the other is around 2 p.m. Sorry, 11 a.m. p.m. would be possible. There's some daylight at night now. But anyway, 11 a.m., 2 p.m. And I'll be attending both. Yeah, so let's just get right into it. Stepping into that little entrance area, I nearly fell through the floor. Under that vinyl cover, there is actually rotten wood under it. Surprise, surprise, same issue in this guest cabin. Under the flooring, the wood must be rotten, which means there is water damage. Let's recap the first viewing. Wasn't so good, eh? Another thing is, the realtor told me that the well, there were 2 wells, and that both wells were not being used. However, the water in the area is good. The owner brought his own water. It's like an alarming signal. I don't want to call it a red flag, but it's an alarming signal. Now, the thing is, if you ever come to the point where you want to buy a house in Sweden or Scandinavia, it is highly, highly recommended by everybody who bought a house to have the water tested. It is possible to do that for little money. I think even like the city can test it for you, the municipality. Long story short, there's a second viewing. Oh, sorry. The house is a no. Let's go to the next viewing. Yeah. Well, this is the most boring drive to a house ever. I had several comments that people didn't like music during the viewing. Well, this is a couple of minutes now without any music. Let me know what you think in the comments. Which one do you prefer?
This time I didn't hit my head. Yeah! All right, how do I feel about this house?
Let me think about it. I'll get back to you later.
I'll introduce you now to the bidding process in Sweden. It's all open on the realtor's website. You can see how much people are bidding. You don't see their names, but everybody gets a number. So here the first bidder bid 395,000 crowns, the second one 425,000, and so on. And we are now today at 760,000 crowns, so the price nearly doubled, and that means I'm out. That's beyond my budget.
Again, I haven't found my new home yet. So you will think, hey, okay, it looks like this video is coming to an end, but then maybe in the next video you will find a house. Well, that is really unlikely. So what is about to happen? Well, the answer is July. July happens. So if you're not from Scandinavia, you may not know that. But in July, everybody in Sweden goes on vacation. Like the realtors and the photographers taking the photos for the ads, and the realtor assistants, and the people selling houses, and the people buying houses. So there's actually not much going on in July. Like very, very little. some houses are listed, but there are no viewings lined up, and I've seen that happening for about a week already, that there's barely any new listings coming in. So what does it mean for me? Now, the good thing is I knew about this. I already have a plan of what I'm going to do in July, and I'll take you with me. So what am I going to do now? I'll be looking for the cliffhanger. I see you in the next video. Vicky is not amused. She wants to stay here in the dog park in the shadow. She does not want to go on the road trip. Vicky Lotta! Vicky, Vicky, Vicky! Vicky! Come here.